In the beginning there was a voice, a word that bent the void into shape. But silence followed, and the void reclaimed its throne. Give me your face. Oh, it's just his mouth. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Necrophosis. I believe it's pronounced Necrophosis. I'm gonna keep pronouncing it a number of ways and get it wrong probably every time, but yeah, we're pretty much picking up right where we left off. And so far, I don't think I mentioned this in the last video. This gives me very King in Yellow vibes. Maybe I did mention it. It's hard to remember. A very cool design, though. Okay, where do I put this guy's face? I cannot get past the wall of decrepit people. They're impenetrable. I'm assuming I stick your face here? Maybe I just need more faces. The gods feared what they could not control. A force that spoke, and the cosmos obeyed. They called it blasphemy. They called it power. So it's definitely starting to lean heavily towards like a elder god kind of situation. The face was not flesh, but a conduit. A vessel for the words that birthed stars. It was taken, and the stars dimmed. Well, I have a mouth. That doesn't help. The mask was once a face, whole and unbroken. A voice that could unmake the gods themselves. Now it lies fractured, a relic of what was. Oh, now we get some eyes.
Rejoice, for the husk has found a fragment of its forsaken self. Complete the pieces, wanderer, and tread the path that even gods fear to walk. But
don't
remember,
mind if I do.
Even the path to divinity is paved with the bones of those who came before.
So, a bunch of gods died. And I'm just another cog in the machine, huh? But then again, they made it sound like I already did this before. Like we're kind of just repeating the cycles. Oh, my face. Oh. Is this going to like reveal things? Oh, I have a voice now. I can command. I guess I'm trying to ascend to godhood. Let me take your tablet. Twisted by the winds of madness, the tablet bears this tale, bane of creation. In fetid Morgana lies misanthropy, the shape of chaos. Despised by all, he stands as the embassy of decay and the founderer of ruin. This chaos exists neither above nor below the cyclical laws, his form and their stretch across all dimensions, forever entwined in an endless dance of destruction and creation. Neat book. You just have that on you forever? It's a little short, though, to have forever. A lot of, like, they're not pentagrams, but just these, like, stars. What is the, meaning of the symbol? And they're all bowing. Though they were all bowing before. I can't really say that they're bowing to me. Oh, this feels like it's gotta have something, right? Aw, come on. I thought I could sniff it out. Sniff out that secret. Guess not. I will say, with the game's, like, vastness, it's very difficult to find, like, secrets. Very, like, hidden things. But, you know, I imagine this game's fairly short. We might actually beat it this final part. So, like, you're probably meant to play this game repeatedly. Multiple times. I thought this... well, it was just a reflection. I thought it was shiny. I thought maybe I could pick something up. I don't know. Maybe there is nothing here. Maybe I'm just... being... nosy. This is a funny looking statue. Open up. Open sesame. I don't know. I don't actually know how to get this thing to open. Is it not? Oh. Why is it all the way down by the lips? Well, I guess I'm going in. Is this how you become a god? You gotta get eaten by a big fish? Like an Innsmouth looking guy? The divine execution. Sounds concerning.
Endless cycles. Within this cursed skull lies the sealed consciousness of our ancient master.
That looks like Cthulhu to me.
Whispers and unspeakable chaos. Each cycle, the cosmos hungers for the raw, destructive power of unbridled madness. Without it,
Am I that? I thought I was just consciousness.
into decay. Your arrival rekindles a long-forgotten promise. Shatter the forces that confine him, and let the primeval chaos rise once more to restore the universe's destined cycle.
This feels like a big no-no. You know? This feels like something I shouldn't be doing. But I don't think I have a choice. Release Cthulhu. Yeah, that's just straight up Cthulhu. Unborn in death, voracious devastation before creation. He's very bassy. So we're cool now, right? I guess I'm not a huge fan. So I guess that was just the King in Yellow. I guess.
At long last, you have arrived. There is a seal, an ancient relic, once used to keep a great force locked in slumber.
I probably should have known that before.
Others of my kind stole it to shape a universe of their own. A world that crumbled and turned to dust. The seal is lost now, scattered and forgotten. Find it and I should claim what was torn from me.
I'm very curious. Is this how we get like a different ending? I have no idea if this is their seal. Celestiality cannot set the bounds of creation. You know, Cthulhu, you could just put on some pants. Some cosmic pants. Do I need one of these? Probably shouldn't have touched that. Let's hope I did what I was supposed to. You're free. Filter. Filth festers and bulges until spilled. I am very confused. I don't know if I should be doing this. Maybe he'll say. Or I'll die, one of the two. The song of creation is starved of essence. Okay, so yeah, I need to do the 4 things. So I think he might actually be one of the 4 things that I have to do. Okay. Problem is, what do I... Oh. In you go. I don't have a brain yet. But I can put my brain in. They need skulls. There's a lot of skulls over here. I'm gonna give you your seal first. Maybe he just gives me a skull. I have no idea. The prince still covets the broken. So yeah, he just gives me one of the skulls. I guess I'm just going for it, you know? I guess I'm just raising Cthulhu. So there's 2, a scroll. Carnage etched into the tongue of death, incarnate devastation, the oldest corpse. A tool wielded by the architect of decay, a force of pure destruction that tore through the cosmic tapestry, ushering in the defilement of all that exists. Eons of decay mark the beast, yet he lingers, for it is he who must bear witness to the final destruction. He will and that of creation are bound to the end. His will and that of creation are bound to the end. And from their union, a shape shall rise through which the tents of flesh will regain their splendor. Sounds like a blast. Okay, well... grotesque drains of psyche. I guess I'll plug in all these brains, or heads, and then... I guess it doesn't matter which order I do them, so... let's plug into this one. Yeah, it just seems kind of like a bad idea. You generally don't want to do the will of an old god. Right? Like, that, I feel like that's generally the consensus that we have with Lovecraftian monsters. We do not want to do their bidding, because it generally means destruction, but then again, it seems everything's broken already. So maybe that's kind of the cycle, like if we break this, creation will happen again. Or maybe this is actually like prehistoric, you know? Like this is the dawn of man. And that I'm consciousness. So like, you know, we're basically making the universe, and then I'm the consciousness. And maybe that's why it becomes like a cycle, because my consciousness goes into the will of men and whatnot. And then, you know, they summon a Cthulhu, they end the world, this happens again, I do this. It kind of makes sense, maybe? I'm spitballing here. It's the only thing I got. I'm over here shoving brains into an instrument. At least it says tune instrument. Right? It's like crawl, and then it... I swear, yeah, it says tune instrument. So I'm using brains to tune an instrument. Okay, well, your flute's ready, my lord. That's a funny looking instrument. I guess I stand here. We did good, right? Bring forth the final destruction. Execute all there is. See, now that sounds like the thing I just said is that's bad, you know? Like, that's the thing we didn't want to happen. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, why am I going up? I thought this was your job. I'm gonna get squished. Should I back up from this? I don't know what this thing is. But I'm gonna touch it. 'Cause that seems to be the thing I do. I just kind of touch things that I don't understand. And then the Big Bang happens. So we were very close to the end before. The Divine Execution was the achievement I got. But I'm still so curious about what it all kind of means, you know? Because the Divine Execution immediately gives me the impression that we just basically obliterated all life. Like, nothing exists. And so yeah, like, it's very interesting to think of just, you know, like, is that how creation happens? You know, the death of a god births a new, you know, kind of thing. It's a very interesting concept. Now, the other thing that I am curious about, and I don't think there is, but like, I can choose a cycle. There's only 6 chapters, but like, I don't think there's another ending. I could be very wrong about this, but I don't think there is another ending to this game, but it's still an amazing game, to say the least. I'm kind of glad that I split up this into a final part, because honestly, I feel like I could talk about this game for, you know, 30 minutes to an hour if I truly desired. I mean, there's so many weird concepts of this game. Because when it first starts, it doesn't really give you the impression that it's a Lovecraftian, like, Cthulhu, Elder Gods. It doesn't really give me the impression of that at first. It doesn't really give you the impression of much of any, like, game, I guess. Like, Scorn is the closest thing that I've related this to repeatedly. And even then, that's very loose. But in terms of just, like, the lore, I mean, this is clearly based in like Elder God, like Lovecraftian. And I assume the Necrophosis is kind of like a nod to like the Necronomicon, like things like that. Just that like it is this like mass death kind of situation. But I mean, yeah, it's an amazing game. I highly recommend checking it out. I know I will probably look more into this game, and maybe I'll squeeze in like if I do find anything, but as of right now, I think that's kind of it. I mean, there's probably some like lore bits that I missed, some minor achievements, but again, I kind of recommend you guys to play this for yourself. If you want to find everything, if you want to see everything 100%, highly recommend checking it out. The game is definitely worth your time if you're just kind of into some light puzzles and just an amazing piece of art. It definitely feels like that. It is more of an art piece than probably what most people would consider a video game, you know. But even then, it's very entertaining and just it's an amazing game to play. So hopefully you all enjoyed this final episode of Necrophosis. Admittedly, it was a little shorter than the other two, but hey, I would like to think it was still very much just mind-boggling to watch and to see that ending. It definitely took me for a twist. I had feelings because they mention, you know, they mentioned the cosmos and I think Azathoth, which again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly or if that's the right Elder God or Old God or whatever you want to consider him. It is basically like the dreamer, like everything it dreams is in existence. And it, like, once he awakes, like, the world, like, everything stops existing. Which, again, like, even that, like, is that what we just did? Like, we woke up Azathoth such that we ended the universe? Like, it's... Because Let There Be Light is such an, like... It's always something that is said... for like the birth of creation. And so to say let there be light, I guess could be taken as almost like waking up. Like if there is light, you're probably gonna wake up. But I'm spitballing here. I would love to hear your guys' theories down below. So feel free to leave a comment. And of course, again, check out this game for yourself. There'll be a link down in the description below. Highly recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. You know, it's fairly cheap. Probably cheaper than it should be, but I think it's for a fair price. And yeah, if you haven't already, like the video, like the series if you enjoyed it, of course, you know, part 1 and part 2, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Every little bit helps the channel, you know, it helps spread the word and whatnot. And yeah, hopefully I see you all in the next video. See you then.